Welcome, affiliated listeners, to another Monday Minute episode. I'm Kyle Kostecka, and today I'm going to be talking about a very common question that I get asked all the time, which is, do I choose a TSL or a VSL for my first iteration of an offer? First, you might be wondering, what is a TSL and what is a VSL? Let me just make sure that we're on the same page with that. A TSL would be a text sales letter. This is traditional long form copy. It's going to be all writing. It's going to be all text on a page. Versus a VSL or a video sales letter is going to be a long form video, anywhere between 45 to somewhere of over 60 minutes in time. Oftentimes we have people asking, well, which one should I do? And we'll opt for a TSL. The reason that people commonly do that is cost tends to be quite a bit lower. It's a lot easier to design a page with text. And then if you need to make adjustments, you need to split test, it's going to be very quick and easy. So for quick cost effectiveness, TSLs make a lot of sense. The problem with the TSL versus a VSL is, why would people choose VSLs? Well, they convert quite a bit higher, and they open you up to a lot more traffic sources. For example, it's really hard to get something to work on, say YouTube, if you're driving people from a video ad to a long-form sales letter. It's just not going to work. There's not good congruency. In fact, most media, most cold traffic media sources and paid media, they don't promote TSLs because it's really challenging to get people to go from a small impulse jumping into a really long form ad or page that they need to read. So you don't necessarily want to cut your copy out, as that's super powerful and important. It's just changing the medium. The issue with a VSL is the costs are so much more, and you as an entrepreneur might be saying to yourself, well, gosh, I can't invest $15,000, $25,000, $30,000 to get a really high production VSL, so I'm going to have to go with the TSL. The risk with that is you might find, one, the modes are different. And you might think that your offer is not performing really well when it could perform great as a VSL only because you're using the wrong vehicle. It's kind of like putting premium fuel that's super expensive and you know it's going to work great, but you're dumping it into a Miata, well, not a Miata, but like a Jetta. That's not really the performance vehicle you're looking for. And I'm sure there's going to be some Jetta enthusiast that's going to tell me how that's not a good comparison. A Pinto, whatever crappy car you want to choose. It's just important to know that could actually be really confusing your numbers, and you might make the wrong decision by going with the TSL. That being said, there are some tactics. I'm not going to leave you with just spend a lot more money or be disappointed with a worse way. There are some tactics that you could test more cheaply with a VSL and use what right now is the more superior form of offer page or landing page. What you could do is, lots of times people think, I need to have the full 50 minutes, high production, and that's where your costs get incredibly expensive. When in reality, with a video sales letter, the part when you're testing and trying to figure it out that matters the most is just the first 5 minutes, the first 5-10 minutes. If someone's going to watch the first 10 minutes, there's a good chance they're going to watch 50. So you don't necessarily need to know or have it fully produced all the way through. In fact, if you did 5-minute segments or 10-minute segments and highly produced those, you could reduce your cost down and then just do a slideshow for the rest of the time. It'll lower your costs substantially and at the same time give you the opportunity to have the high converting vehicle of a VSL right off the get-go, opening up all traffic channels and maximizing your conversions right from the get-go. So when it comes to either a TSL or a VSL, the choice is always yours, but I would tell you, I would strongly recommend finding a way to start with a VSL, start with the points that matter instead of the whole one to reduce those costs, and you'll find yourself being probably a lot more happy with the results if you do that. Look forward to talking to you next time. Have a good week until then.